Rabbi Julia Weisz is an innovator, a disruptor, unafraid to redesign Jewish education, unafraid to blow up what has grown tired, so that she can build out something more relevant and exceedingly amazing. Leading the way as we transformed our Hebrew school into the Kesher program, Rabbi Julia created innovative settings that are Jewishly meaningful and diverse enough to accommodate every kind of student. This personalized engagement is what attracted families from all over and leads our youth to keep coming back all the way through high school and beyond.
Everything we do at ORME is intentional. We chose to have stackable chairs in the sanctuary so we could spread out during class and camp out during sleepovers. We purchased a larger fridge and keep it fully stocked. I love watching the kids help themselves, because if they're helping themselves, it means they feel at home. And so we are doing our job right. We're making Judaism accessible to them.
We wanted to present Judaism to our kids in a way that let them fall in love with it on their own. After his bar mitzvah, our son Jonah never questioned going back. He'd walk in the door and was like Norm from Cheers. He felt seen and valued by everyone. He ran for the Lomti board 100% on his own. Then he was elected to the Southern California Nifty board as a 10th grader. He chose to put a ton of time and energy into these organizations because he loves them and the meaningful community that he found there. In their words and deeds, ORME tells these kids, you are a worthy human being.
In the fall of 2020, I was a junior in high school and everyone was on Zoom. I was a pretty lonely kid and looking for a safe harbor. My friend pushed me to join her at a Lomti Zoom event, and I loved it. I loved the people, the conversation. I felt connected, so I just kept coming back for more. Rabbi Julia changed my life. I would never have applied to a college 3,000 miles from home if it wasn't for the self-confidence I found at ORME. I joined the Jewish club here at campus at Bard, and we have Shabbat every Friday. It's given me a community away from home. That's because of ORME, and I am so grateful.
Our educational philosophy is making mensches. It's what we do. Our Neshama Soul Initiative uses Jewish values to lift up and inspire our youth. We partner with parents in raising kind, caring kids. We provide them with the life skills they need through a loving Jewish lens that strengthens familial and social bonds.
I always knew I would stay involved in ORME after my bat mitzvah. It was my dream to be grade representative, and I was on track to run for president when we went into lockdown. It was heartbreaking. Overnight, I lost my community. Rabbi Julia knew how devastating this would be to lose that in-person connection, and she really mentored me as we discovered new ways to stay connected online. I was elected president my senior year and put my heart and my soul into keeping our youth program together with weekly Zoom meetings and different drive-through experiences, but they weren't always well received. It was really discouraging at times, but Rabbi Julia and Andrew had my back. They taught me important life lessons about perseverance and how to manage my expectations, to be able to see things through other people's eyes. Now, when I go home, I always call ORME and I always try to visit. And I love when the younger people and the youth call me and ask me for my advice.
Love, love, love defines our family. But as a family with two dads raising two girls, we wanted to feel welcome and accepted. We had encountered very different situations over the years, and we wanted to find a nurturing environment for our girls to discover Judaism.
We were instantly struck by the welcoming nature of ORME. They welcome all types of families and all types of Jews. Rabbi Julia and her team teach in a loving, calm, thoughtful way with personal qualities that make for wonderful educators. Our daughters were never treated differently, and they proudly identify as Jewish. ORME instills Jewishness in a way that is not forced. It happens in a very organic way.
So much so that this guy, my husband, Gustavo, after 25 years together, chose to take Judaism classes and then studied with Rabbi Paul. And now he's finally making it official, converting to Judaism and will be having his mikveh ceremony next week. Boy, we could not be happier.
Or Ami's youth program thrives because Rabbi Julia attracts the most compassionate, most Jewishly connected faculty who support and guide our youth. Rabbi Julia has taught our faculty to take time to listen, and because of her, their capacity to care is unparalleled.
It takes devoted staff to be adaptive and accommodating, and our parents know the teachers want to understand and support each student and their family.
When our oldest son, Grant, started Kesher in 4th grade, he wasn't with anyone he knew from school and was upset to see all of his friends together in the other class. I mentioned it to Rabbi Julia and was barely able to finish my sentence before she ran upstairs and immediately moved him to the other class, no questions asked. Or me wants your child to want to be here. The teachers want the kids to be comfortable, and they will do whatever they need to do to make that happen.
Our daughter Danny had to do a full year of Kesher after her bat mitzvah. She didn't click with the kids, and she found the classes boring, not meaningful. Rabbi Julia came up with activities that engaged Danny and made her feel nurtured and safe. It was in that context that she shared her feelings with the rabbis of suicide. Ormi immediately provided Danny with structure and caring adults. Rabbi Julia put her to work as a madricha working with younger kids. Ormi gave Danny a safe place to be, to grow, and to voice her struggles. It takes a village to raise kids. The rabbis and teachers at Ormi helped our child in ways that we couldn't. They helped her find a path to save herself. And now, after graduating from UC Berkeley, Danny's been accepted to Hebrew Union College. She's going to be a rabbi too.
Our youth thrive because Rabbi Julia created the right Jewish environment for them to do so. Her legacy continues to be written as we watch these young people grow up and enter the world as more grounded, more capable, more lovingly Jewish individuals. Rabbi Julia has laid the groundwork for Or Ami to remain their home, that safe space they can come back to again and again. And although we are all so devastated to see her leave, we are also so proud of her. Rabbi Julia has left an incredible blueprint for the Jewish future, for us to follow.